Okay, we have learned quite a lot about the media queries. Now we will learn about some common breakpoints which we use in our code. So to demonstrate that, what I have opened some CSS frameworks documentation. One of them is Bootstrap and another one is Tailwind CSS. And these two CSS frameworks are quite popular. Okay. So as you can see, there are some of the breakpoints here. So for extra small devices, which Bootstrap suggests, it is less than 576 pixels. Then for small devices, it is greater than or equal to 576 pixels. Then for medium devices, we have greater than or equals to 768 pixels. Then for the large devices, we have greater than or equal to 992 pixel. For extra large devices, we have greater than or equals to 1200 pixels. And for extra large devices, we have the breakpoint of 1400 pixels. Okay, so this is one example. And once again, we have some other example here on the Tailwind CSS. So here in the Tailwind CSS documentation as well, we have some breakpoints. Okay, so for small devices, so here, as you can see, we have the minimum width of 640 pixels, which is 40 rem. And here is the CSS. So width is greater than or equals to 40 rem. Okay. Then for medium devices, we have the width greater than or equals to 48 rems, which turns out to be 768 pixel, which is common as you can see with the Bootstrap one. Then for large devices, we have the minimum width of 1024 pixel. For extra large devices, we have the minimum width of 1280 pixel. And for 2XL, like extra large devices, we have the minimum width of 1536 pixel. And as you can see here and here, we have some different breakpoints, and that is totally fine. Okay, you don't have to follow a single one. You can make your own breakpoints as well. Okay, and in this demonstration, I will use the Bootstrap one, and then we will see the breakpoints in action. First of all, what I'll do, I'll just copy this one and I'll just comment out that. Okay, so now for here, what I'll do, I'll go ahead and paste it down here. So we have for the mobile devices, right? For mobile devices, we have the width which is less than 576 pixels. Okay, for the extra small devices. So we will do max width of 576 pixels. And here what I'll do, I will do something like body and colon before. Okay, and do a content of something like extra small. Okay, hit save. And if we go here, okay, I haven't opened that in live server yet. So open that with live server. Okay, I'll just close it out here and I will open that in my next window. Localhost. Okay, all right. There we go. And I will open the developer tools and click on here. And what I'll do, I'll just make a little bit something like that. And as you can see here, we have extra small printed out. Okay. Then what we have inside of the breakpoint, then we have the small breakpoint, which is greater than or equals to 576 pixels. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll copy this media query, Control C. Okay. And I'll paste it here. And what I will do here, so for this one, what we have to do, min width of 576 pixel. And what should be the maximum width here? The maximum width should be 768 pixel. So what I can do, okay, so remember this syntax, only screen and. So we can do something like only screen, and this one minimum width, and once again max width of 768 pixels. Hit save. Okay, now change the background color to something like blue or something like cyan, and we will just write small here. Okay, so that it is visually changed. And for this box, what I'll do something like red. Okay, all right. So here, as you can see, it is now small. So we have extra small, and we will just go a little bit more. So on the, so we have the 576 of pixel here. Okay, so mean width, and the max width is 768 pixels. Okay, so this is small, and then what we have, the other breakpoint, we have the medium. The minimum width should be 768 pixels or 769 pixel as a matter of fact, and the maximum width should be 992 pixels. Okay, all right. So what I'll do, I'll just copy paste that once again. So I'll do something like this and do the minimum width of 768 pixels or 69 pixels. Okay, and maximum width of 992 pixels. And let's do something like orange, and let's do something like blue, and here we will see something like, we will do something like medium. Okay, this is basically the tablet size. So okay, so medium, that is tablet. Okay, or small laptops as a matter of fact. So let me just get rid of that. Okay, all right. So if I just do this, then we have extra small, then small, and then we have the medium. Okay, and if I just go ahead, after 992, it is now changing up. So after that, we have the large screen size. Okay, so we have, for this one, what we'll do, we will just copy paste that one more time. Okay, so copy that, paste down here. So for the minimum width, that should be 993 pixels, and for the maximum width, what we have, okay, so for the maximum width, we have 1200 pixels. Okay, so 1200 pixels. Okay, and here we will do something like large, and here we will do something like, what we can do. Okay, so let me just do something like edit blue, and here what we can do something like orange red, something like that. Okay, so here we have that large screen size. Okay, so we have extra small, then we have small, then we have medium, then we have large. And after 1200 pixels, okay, so I'll just do 1200, enter, and just after that it is changing. Okay, then we have the extra large. Okay, extra large, which is from 1201 to 1400 pixels. So what we can do, we can just copy that and paste it down here. We can do something like extra large, that should be something like 1201 pixel to be precise, and we can have it until 1400 pixels. And what we can do something like something like pale violet red. Okay, and here we can do something like orange. Okay, if I do that, now as you can see, we have this one. So we have, just before that we have large, and then we have extra large. Okay, and it is changing. And lastly, we have the media query which is for greater than the screen sizes, which is 1400 pixels. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this, paste it down here. And here we do not need a max width of something like that. We need the min width of 1401 pixel. So 1401 pixels. And I can do something like what I can do. Okay, so let me just check some colors. Okay, let's do something like dark orange or something like deep pink. Okay, and we can do something like what we can do blue violet. Okay, and this should be extra large. Okay, so if I save that, then after 1400 pixels, if I just collapse that a little bit, as you can see, it is extra large. Okay, so we have written the media queries for all of the breakpoints which is available inside of the Bootstrap documentation. So to demonstrate that, what I can do, I can go here. So this is for the mobile view. Okay, for the iPhone SE basically. Then we can have something like this as well. So this is for the mobile view, which is this one. So mobile view. Then we can do something like this. We can do mobile a little bit more. And then we can do something like this, which is the small screen size. And then we can do medium or large basically. So medium and then large and then extra large and then extra large. So what I can tell you here is that for this one, so you can think of this for all of the devices basically. For the extra small, it is for mobiles. Okay, mobile. Then for this one, it can be for something like small tablets. Okay, so it is for the small tablets. Okay, then for this one, this medium one, this one is for something like tablets, something a large tablet, something like 10 inches or something like that. Or it can be small laptops. And then after that, after this one, this is the large, it is basically the desktop size. Desktop and all of the other things as well, desktop and laptops basically. Big laptops and desktop. And for the other ones, which we have the extra large, this is mainly for the desktop. And then we have the other one as well. I'll just copy that here, the extra large. This is mainly for the desktop as well. So as you can see, so extra small we have for mobile, then we have for small tablets, then tablets or small laptops, which is the medium size. Then we have the large size, which is the laptops and desktops. Okay, and then the extra large size, which is basically for the desktops. Okay, and extra large, which is basically for the desktop. So in that way, we can write some media queries with the available CSS breakpoints. Now, one thing which I will mention here. So as you can see, these two documentation follow different breakpoints, and which is quite good. So the breakpoints which you are writing, it should depend on the project which you are working on. Okay, it should not be something like that. If you can determine the breakpoints beforehand, before building the project basically, that is totally awesome and that we should be doing. But if you are not able to do that, then you should be choosing the breakpoints in which your project looks the best, and depending on those breakpoints, you should adjust your CSS code. Okay, so these are all of the available mostly used CSS breakpoints.